If you end up with a boring, miserable life because you listen to your mom, your dad, your teacher, your priest, or some guy on television telling you how to do your shit, then you deserve it. Without music to decorate it, time is just a bunch of boring production deadlines or dates by which bills must be paid. Definition of rock journalism: people who can't write, doing interviews with people who can't think, in order to prepare articles for people who can't read. You can't be a real country unless you have a beer and an airline. It helps if you have some kind of football team, or some nuclear weapons, but in the very least you need a beer. The more boring a child is, the more the parents, when showing off the child, receive adulation for being good parents because they have a tame child creature in their house. Nobody looks good with brown lipstick on. Politics is the entertainment branch of industry. A composer is a guy who goes around forcing his will on unsuspecting air molecules, often with the assistance of unsuspecting musicians. The rock and roll business is pretty absurd, but the world of serious music is much worse. Stupidity has a certain charm ignorance does not. It would be easier to pay off the national debt overnight than to neutralize the long-range effects of our national stupidity. One size does not fit all. There are more love songs than anything else. If songs could make you do something, we'd all love one another. The more you can escape from how horrible things really are, the less it's going to bother you, and then, the worse things get. Most people don't bother about their friends in the vegetable kingdom. Anyone who is disturbed by the idea of newts in a nightclub is potentially dangerous. Books are good for lots of uses, not for dropping in the toilet. All your children are poor, unfortunate victims of systems beyond their control. It isn't necessary to imagine the world ending in fire or rice. There are two other possibilities. One is paperwork, and the other is nostalgia. Everybody believes in something, and everybody, by virtue of the fact that they believe in something, uses that something to support their own existence. Love lyrics have contributed to the general aura of bad mental health in America. I think that if a person doesn't feel cynical, then they are out of phase with the 20th century. Being cynical is the only way to deal with modern civilization. You can't just swallow it whole. Their stupidity does not amaze me. It's when they're smart that amazes me. It's baffling whenever you find someone who's smart incredible. Soon you'll have zoos for such things. Music without the ebb and flow would be like watching a film with only good guys in it. Well, in this world of basic stereotyping, give a guy a big nose and some weird hair and he is capable of anything. Socialism produces bad music, bad art, social stagnation, and really unhappy people. I think it is good that books still exist, but they make me sleepy. So many books, so little time. Without music to decorate it, Time is just a bunch of boring production deadlines or dates by which bills must be paid. I never set out to be weird. It was always other people who called me weird. Jazz isn't dead. It just smells funny. Information is not knowledge. Knowledge is not wisdom. Wisdom is not truth. Truth is not beauty. Beauty is not love. Love is not music. Music is the best. A mind is like a parachute. It doesn't work if it is not open. If you want to get laid, go to college. If you want an education, go to the library. Without deviation from the norm, progress is not possible. Music is the only religion that delivers the goods. Art is making something out of nothing and selling it. My best advice to anyone who wants to raise a happy, mentally healthy child is, keep him or her as far away from a church as you can. It's better to have something to remember than anything to regret. There is more stupidity than hydrogen in the universe, and it has a longer shelf life. Tobacco is my favorite vegetable. All the good music has already been written by people with wigs and stuff. There is no such thing as a dirty word, nor is there a word so powerful that it's going to send the listener to the lake of fire upon hearing it. Government is the entertainment division of the military-industrial complex. Take the Kama Sutra. How many people died from the Kama Sutra as opposed to the Bible? Who wins? The United States is a nation of laws, badly written and randomly enforced. Communism doesn't work because people like to own stuff. There's a big difference between kneeling down and bending over. Don't eat the yellow snow. If your children ever find out how lame you really are, they'll murder you in your sleep. A true Zen saying, nothing is what I want. A wise man once said, never discuss philosophy or politics in a disco environment. I wrote a song about dental floss, but did anyone's teeth get cleaner? Republicans stand for raw, unbridled evil and greed and ignorance smothered in balloons and ribbons. Writing about music is like dancing about architecture. May your shit come to life and kiss you on the face. The most important thing to do in your life is to not interfere with somebody else's life. Modern Americans behave as if intelligence were some sort of hideous deformity.